Welcome back to the finish line and our Christmas edition of Horse Racing Tips. So, I'm joined again by the two lads, and we're in for a cracking 5 or 6 days of racing. So, come back in part 1 where we will kick off with the King George. Right. Well, lads, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah and all that jazz.
Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
You look happy. Jesus.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It was another poor enough week for me, so you know what I mean?
I was just going to say thanks for the Christmas lunch there,
No
Andrew.
hassle. Dave, I invited you, but you never came.
Oh, you were late again. I was here on time. If you had told me to go down there at a certain time, I would be there.
I told you about going down there
make time
at
a
12 o'clock
priority.
for lunch, but you didn't turn up. Anyway.
Hate bad timekeeping. It really upsets me when races go off late as well. It's probably why.
Get used to that.
Yeah.
That's not going to change.
It's going to be awful on Boxing Day. Right.
Do you see we've got a new channel?
What?
There's a new channel for Boxing Day. Stephen's Day. Yeah.
Racing TV.
Racing TV. It's on channel 422 or something like that.
Did you pay for it?
No, free. It's actually free to air. And guess what they're putting on it? All the Irish meetings are on a separate channel.
About bloody
That's
time.
going to be good.
Should have stayed on Sky Sports Racing, but that's another
They
story.
should have just made a Racing TV Plus for the Irish racing.
They should have just fucked
They,
off.
they need a red
Honest.
button or two channels.
This multi-screen.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Right, anyway. Let's get started with the King George Chase, the highlight of day 1. Surname, 7-4. Lostintranslation, 15-8. Tanazobo, 9-2. Footpad, 10s. Thistle Crack, 18s. ASO, 66-1. Lostintranslation is going to win by a fence.
How many times have you called Kate lost in translation in the last few days?
That's no joke. You had like 4 videos ago.
Yeah,
Couple
but
times.
like every time he runs, you start getting excited a week beforehand.
We just met her and she's definitely not talking to him, so it must have happened a few times.
Yeah. Dreaming.
Talk to me.
I'd say you're having dreams, are you?
Poor Robin's giving Kate an awful time today. I gave him my phone though. It's nice like that.
He's giving you a few boxes the other day as well.
Oh,
Robin.
Knowledgeable
Not
kid.
lost in translation now.
at least my other fella's trying to give you a haircut and go, oh no.
Lost in translation. Yeah, we just discussed this. I don't know about Dave. We knew what you were going to tip. Yeah, I'm with him, to be honest.
It's the complete package.
I'm not surprised, Tom, you were with him because you were all for Bristol de Moy the last time.
I was, yeah.
You were eating humble pie, so
I think that's very good form.
it is good fun. I just said it before the video started. I don't think Surname is the one that will put it up to him. I think it'll be Clandazobo, so I'd go for Lost in Translation, but I think Clandazobo will come second. I think Harry Cobden has made the wrong choice. For me, stick with the horse with the proven form. He's won over 3 miles, won the King George last year. Why would you not stay on him? I know Surname looks, he's beaten Altior and all that, but was that really the real Altior?
No. Nope.
That's up for discussion, so I'm all over Lost in Translation. I think he's the best bet of the day.
Ooh.
He is. I agree. Totally agree. He's the best bet of the day. I can't see him be beat whatsoever. I think Surname was going to go off so fast, he's going to set it up for him. He travels, he jumps, he stays, he's everything.
I just think there's a few question marks around Surname. Not massive ones, but he's going from 2 mile 5 up to 3 mile. He's going from running his career best races around Ascot to Kempton. I know he's gone well around there, but his last few runs have all been at Ascot. There's just those couple of question marks against him that would, for me, make Lost in Translation favourite. And I just think as well with Surname, he does settle now, but he settles in front. He's going to have to be in front. Yeah. Lost in Translation, Robbie proved last day you can ride him anywhere. You can put that horse anywhere. He'll sit down and relax. You can ride a race however you want on him. And I think that'll be the difference here.
I think they might try something cheeky with Lost in Translation. I think they might go upsides him for the first 2 or 3 fences, just to try to light Surname up a bit, then drop back off him.
Look, I was worried in Haydock. I said it in the video here. I thought Lost in Translation had to lead from the front. That's kind of the way they rode him last year and the day in Carlisle. They totally changed tack at Haydock and let Bristol de Moy bowl along, and he was miles back. I texted you during that race because I was watching it on my phone, and I was like, "Where is he? Did he fall?" And you said, "No, he's just a good bit back. He's just kind of kidding him along down the back there." But if you line up the two horses' forms, so we're talking about superstars kind of all year. Surname has 3 good runs, all at Ascot. Everything else is terrible. Lost in Translation has the
Form
the
everywhere.
form over the last 3 years, a progressive hurler turned into a decent chaser, and now once he's hit 3 miles and open chases, it's all coming together. So you line up both. Lost in Translation's form is better. He seems like the superstar, and you're getting a better price. So
He'll go off favourite. I have no doubt in
think-
my mind he'll go
I
off
don't,
favourite.
I don't know if he will.
Like, I haven't hidden how much I like this horse.
we know.
I think he is an absolute different breed to all of these. I think he's in a different league altogether.
Well,
I think he's going to win this easy and he's going to be 2-1 favourite for the World Cup.
I think if he wins this, like it's been a long time since a horse like Denman or Kato Star has like taken the public's imagination, whereas not just people that like racing like us start talking about a horse. I think if he wins this after winning the Haydock and he beats Surname and beats Candazobo, everybody will be talking about this horse. There'll be a buzz around Cheltenham with the like general public for watching this thing at Cheltenham. Like,
I'll be slightly concerned that he'll finish second to Percy in the Gold Cup if he wins this.
stop them, will you?
Just on this though, there's more than 2 in this race. Candazobo won this last year. He ran respectably in the Gold Cup, but like he travelled into this like a travelly thing last year and won. He was good at Down Royal.
Yeah.
He got beat by Road to Respect, but there's no shabbiness in that. Road to Respect is definitely a Grade 1 horse.
I think that would be good form, that race.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
That race, the Road to Respect,
I think, yeah.
Candazobo, I think Delta Work will be all right coming out.
Delta Work will be okay, and I think Road to Respect will run well in the Christmas Chase at Leopardstown as well. He might not win it, but he'll be bang there anyway. Then you've got Footpad, who was, I mean, he was going to be the next big thing, wasn't he? The season before last. The wheels came off a bit last season, but he only had 3 runs. I presume he wasn't right, and then he's come back and been good at Fairless, so you can't write him off just yet.
He's with the master trainer as well. Well, you can get him back, like.
Will you get him back? My problem with him is Barry Geraghty rides.
Really?
Paul stays at home.
Yeah.
This is the biggest race of the day. If you really thought this was going to win,
See, the other side of that,
You're
Tom,
gonna go-
He has the arena to stay home for.
but the other side of that, Tom, as well, is I'd say all along it was planned that that Paul was staying at home because Darrell would ride him. Darrell's not riding him because he's injured.
that is also true.
I'd say
Yeah.
Paul had been set for what he's doing over
And he
Christmas.
obviously
He knew, like.
Yeah, like Lorena's the one he's staying at home for, but still, I don't know. I think the King George is the King George. If he thought this thing was
Like, Willie
proper
probably knows in
proper
heart to heart, the Footpad's not as good as Alvin Photo, and Alvin Photo is the one that's going to worry Lost in Translation. So they're going to get a kind of eye up of how good Lost in Translation is from Footpad.
Well, you'd imagine so, yeah.
I think Fizzlecrack will run a good race as well.
I think that as well. I think
He was good behind Paisley Park last day, and something I heard as well was they were always talking, saying that they were going to stay over hurdles with him, and his chasing career was done because he's getting old now. That is proved that was enough for them to say, right, we're going to go back over fences.
Give him one more run.
I think he'll run well. I'm not
Like
saying
he
I'm not saying he'll win
second
it.
is-
I'm not saying he'll win it for a minute, but I think he'll run well. I think it'll be a close race. I can see at least 3 of them being thereabouts between the second last and last.
It's actually it is a really good race. Is Ladbrokes running in it
No.
too?
No,
They took her
she's
out,
out.
did they?
So look, I think we're all on Lost in Translation. I'm just on them at the price. I think if I can get a bigger price about him than I can on Surname, and I think he's the most likely winner anyway.
I will say about Christmas racing in general,
It's great, isn't it?
it's great, but like, do not be shocked if something outrageous happens over the course of the 7 days, where there's 2 or 3 winners.
That's
That
like 2 million races on.
exactly, but every year there's a strange result here or there in whatever race.
Oh, that happens.
But the Lost in Translation, we're all on for him, but I wouldn't be surprised if Candazobo runs really well again like last year. Like that was a shock to many people last year. What was he, 14, 16 to 1?
Yeah.
I think there's a way of making money in this race though, and it's in play. Well, it's you can do 2 things here. You can back Surname before the off and put in a lay in running because he'll be in front. He'll be travelling well, and he'll trade at a lot short. He'll trade around even money, definitely, I imagine. And what I'm going to do that to make a couple of quid. I'm then going to put in a lay bet of him at about 1.9 because I think if he's odds on, I definitely wouldn't back him, and I think he's going to trade odds on through just his style of running, and then I'm going to have a few quid on Lost in Translation.
You do that. I'm just going to back Lost in Translation.
We're going to go man on Lost in Translation.
Absolutely.
Best of luck.
Yeah, let's do it.
Going to wreck the house.
Yeah.
We're all in. We're all
Lost in
in
Translation bandwagon has left the building.
I really like him. After Haydock, I wasn't really with him. I wasn't sure he'd stay, but I loved that you could ride him anywhere. And I just think if Surname goes a crawl for some reason, Robbie can put him up next to him and he'll relax and he knows he can do that. If they're going a million, he can just sit off him, just get him jumping and he'll travel into it and quicken up. I really like him.
This is special. I'm not getting talked out with this one. Right, so that's the King George. So come back in part 2 where we go for the Christmas hurdle and we'll head off to Leopardstown. Welcome back to part 2 and we'll start with Christmas hurdle. So we have Fusel Raffles is 7-4, Verdana Blue 4s, Epitant 11-2, Getaway Trump 8 and 10-1 bigger arrest. I think this is a yak of a race.
Yeah, it's probably not the best race in the world. I think Fusel Raffles, his first time up at Wincanton this season. If the viewers were listening, I was all over him. He was 6-4. He went off 4-6 or something short. We massively got the value that day. We collected. Oh God, we only just collected.
Sweat.
Oh, he gave me a little sweat there. That was only beating Grand Sansi as well. He's got to improve. Nicky's talking him up, but
Nicky talks up everything.
Nicky loves horses, doesn't he? So every horse to him, he loves talking up. So, I wouldn't. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised if he won, and I wouldn't be surprised if he came third. You know, like I wouldn't be surprised either way. Getaway Trump goes back over hurdles after 2 chase runs. I think they're just going to test the water, really, aren't they? It's looking an average champion hurdle division. So it might be worth throwing one in. I don't think he's good enough. I think he'll find one too good. Chitabello, I think he always finds one too good in this top class company. Who else have we got? Verdana Blue's interesting. She's been sold recently. Michael Tabor bought her for 370 grand. She'll make a lovely broodmare. She won this last year, beating Bouvier, and Nico nearly shit himself afterwards.
What do we have to do?
Yeah, I've never seen someone look so unhappy to win a Grade 1. But she'll have a chance. This is just first time out for her. I don't know. Nico's chose Fusel Raffles. Jerry McGraw's on Verdana Blue, so I think that tells you all you need to know there. My bet in this is Epitant.
Right.
Each way, I am all over her. You look at her form last season; she was very good. She went to Cheltenham. She went off 15-8 favourite for the Mayor's Novice Hurdle. Yeah. She bombed out that day for whatever reason, but she came back in the Jerry Fielder in Newbury, and she was very impressive. She made a mistake 2 out, which knocked her back a few lengths. And I think when she made that mistake, Aidan kind of said, right, I need to get back up there, grabbed the hold of her. She just shot clear. She could be very nice. And in a weak enough looking Christmas hurdle, at 11-2, I think I see, 3 places. Yeah, I like her.
I have very small view on this, but visually, Epitant was very good last time. Getaway Trump. They're clutching at straws now with this fella at this stage.
You loved him.
Loved.
Lost points.
Fell out of love.
Yeah.
It was quick. You loved him and then it was gone.
If you don't, you get 2 chances.
Yeah. He's a dope twice.
If you fuck up twice, good luck to you.
I'm surprised you gave him the second chance, to be honest.
It was the one run thing. He looked like he was going to win, then blew up.
Over fences. Yeah, he was worth. That's when he disappointed me. Yeah. I really liked his first run. I was just disappointed the second.
They're clutching at straws here now.
I think they are,
yeah. One at a price, quick grabbing 20s. Used to be Willie Mullins, now trained by Fergal O'Brien. Big kind of horse now, as you said, mad results.
He's had to be trained by 3 different trainers.
This could be a mad result now. He's already a Grade 1 winner. I know he has to step up a bit, but it's a shit race. If Verdana Blue had a run under a belt, I'd be all over.
If you knew he was 100%, fair enough. But I don't know. Are they just starting him here?
I don't know. Would you
Fergal's
starting a Grade 1?
Fergal's been in really good form. I think, well, yeah, okay. If you're fit enough, I think you're starting a Grade 1 to tell you, are you a champion hurdle horse or not?
For me, this race is it's a poor enough Grade 1 hurdle. But to be honest, it's a bit more exciting than it has been the last few years because Bouverdier just mops it up and it's odds on and it's just basically you're watching the race and he's, I don't know, 1 to 2 on. It's not a betting proposition. I know he got bet last year, but that's the way it's been. So the fact that it's open makes it a puzzle, but if you get the winner, you might get a decent price. I have to say I'm with Tom. Epitant won what used to be the Jerry Field at Newbury. That has a really good history of producing good 2 mile hurdlers. Rock on Ruby won it the year he won the champion hurdle. So she was.
Are you actually agreeing with Tom?
Yeah, she was visually very impressive that day.
It's good betness.
She kind of came off the bride a little bit, went straight back on it, and then just travelled the whole way to the line. And I might back the nuts each way if he runs in this as well. I'm willing to give him one more chance.
Just when I thought he was coming around and seeing sense.
This is one that wouldn't surprise me if there's a mad result.
He's not winning money.
I agree with Andrew. This one could be a mad result, but if the nuts runs here, I'll give him one more chance. I'm like you. I'd give him one. I would just throw the other run out.
On him here now.
You give him
I doubt they will run him.
This is actually declarations, isn't it?
You give them all 2 chances.
These are
Do you not?
declarations.
But win bet Epitant. I have to agree with Tom.
Alright, fair enough. I'll happily take with grabbing the 20s to fall into third.
She'll fill the place. 11 to 2, I'd be amazed if she was out of the
I'd
festival.
be shocked.
Now I wouldn't be like Tom and back each way now at 5 to 1. I'm weighing in on a win bet.
No harm.
Right.
You're going to lay fuse with raffles? I'd lay him.
Tempted, depends what price he is.
I'd lay him.
If he's 7 to 4 in the machine or Betfair, whatever you want to call it, maybe.
Don't you become
He's a bit short at 7 to 4, isn't he?
He's a bit short.
For what he's done.
I can see why he's favourite, but I'm not 100% sure. I think he'll get beat, to be honest.
So do I. Right, let's head over to the Emerald Isle. So the race of post Novice Chase, we've Lorena 5 to 4, Fakia Dudadi at 6 to 4, Notebook 8s, Royal Rendezvous 16s, and the Jingle at 25s. Dave, take one.
Dad, there's actually 3 good horses in this race. This should be a decent race. Notebook is alright. Lorena is very good, and Fakir Dudery is very good. But I cannot see anything beating Fakir Dudery if he jumps the way he did the last day. There is just not a chance. Lorena is going to be way too slow over the fences if he jumps like he did the last day. He mightn't have the same engine that Lorena has, but he's going to be going so fast and he'll be skipped ahead. She might stay on towards the end. So it's Fakir Dudery for me.
He's going to set it up for Lorena.
Can't see it. And she wasn't near enough fast enough for the champion hurdle last year.
There was something wrong with her.
I was fully sure.
Something wrong with her in champion
I was
hurdle.
fully sure she was champion hurdle horse last year. She wasn't fast enough.
There was something wrong with her.
She's a JLT horse, if you ask me.
Did you fancy her for the champion
I
last
was
year?
all over for a champion hurdle. I'm going to admit I was all over for champion hurdle. When Ruby Walsh got off and said it, I knew after the second hurdle I wasn't winning. There was something.
And
up
you
with
know
her.
what the thing about this
And we didn't
is?
see her since it. She was meant to go to Punchtown. We'd haven't
The
seen
thing
her
about
since
this is-
until Gorn.
Lorena always, as a mare, gets the mare's allowance. She doesn't have it against Fakir because he's a 4-year-old.
I know.
Oh, it's just, this is fill your boots Christmas time.
Match bet.
Tom is, happy days, yeah. I'm still up 3, so match bet. Tom's going away in with me. I know he's going for Fakir Dudery.
Tom's worried.
I am. I'm weighing in with Dave.
you go.
Fakir for me. I'm not going to have a bet in this race. I'm going to sit down. There's a few races over Christmas
I don't even need to have a bet now.
No,
'cause-
match bet.
Yeah,
It's
match
exactly
bet.
time.
Yeah. No, there's a few races over Christmas that I'm really looking forward to. I'm not having bets and no, I'm just going to sit back and relax and watch. Lorena against Fakir Dudery here is going to be a classic if they stand up and they run to the level they can run. She was good the last day in Gurren. I know Minella or Indo needs a longer trip, but he's still Grade 1 winner, lads. A dual Grade 1 winner, I think. And she went past him like he was stood still on the home turn. Fakir Dudery just takes lemps out of him his fences. I haven't seen a horse. Sorry, that was me dropping a pen. I haven't seen a horse take lemps out of horses at their fences like that for a long time. Cheers, Dave.
You're welcome, Tom.
And I really like him. He jumped Sam Crowe's submission last day. I know Sam Crowe came there travelling, but just the way he jumps,
He's a very good jumper.
You're going to have to stay at Leopardstown as well.
Yeah.
People look at Leopardstown and they think it looks flat, but you stand at the bottom of the home turn, or if you walk from the car park up to the stand, you're walking uphill. You have to stay. You have to stay at Leopardstown, and that's why I just think he'll lead. He'll take lengths out of her. I think he'll just outstare. I think.
What I'm hoping is Notebook and Fakia that will light each other up, because two of them are the stony way they run from the front, and two of them are going to be jumping for fun. Lorena and Paul are going to be sitting behind them, tracking them, hoping they don't have to do too much. She'll stay past them.
I don't know.
That wouldn't worry me at all. I'd actually be happy if Notebook takes long, because it'll make Fakir go as fast as possible, which he's able to do clearly the last day. The faster he was going, the better he was jumping the last day.
Yeah, but I think he was coming to this end of his tether when Sankro was getting near him.
It's hard to know.
It's hard to know. He still stayed on and won by.
We all fairly well believe that Sankro
behind him were now paddling before they got to the third.
But we all fairly well believe that Sankro is super engine if he's not taking hits the fence.
He's a stupid
So
horse.
like Sankro traveling up beside him, how far away from the rest of the horses were they? I think they're two very good horses. And he just managed
both of those are class. And look, Lorena's class as well.
Yeah.
We know that, but I don't know. It just
it's going to be an unbelievable race.
60-40 Fakir Urdery for me over Lorena. So I'll go with Fakir.
I am 95-5 Lorena.
This should be like the old 2 mile chases. Speed from the very first fence. Yeah. It's going to be deadly to watch.
Yeah, it will be. It's going to be class to watch. Yeah.
Right. So that's part 2 wrapped up. So come back in part 3 where we will go to Limerick, where Samcrew takes on Faugheen. Welcome back to part 3, and we're going to head to Limerick this time for the matchbook betting Novice Chase, where we have Samcrew installed at 4-6 on favourite. Faugheen's 5-2, and 14's bigger the rest. Match race. Samcrew, Faugheen, more or less.
I'm really interested to see who you pick here. You go first.
Me?
Yeah.
Faugheen.
I just knew he would.
I'm just looking now. I don't know if some of these terms have been updated. There's 7 runners.
Yeah.
You might find someone that'll go 3 places.
PaddyPower going 3 places, 50 odds.
That may update though. I wouldn't hang my hat on that just yet. But if PaddyPower go 3 places and Faugheen's 5-2 and Samcrow's 4-6, you've gotta have a nice bet each way on Faugheen.
5-2.
Yeah. Look at what's against him. He'll like Faugheen will be placed. Samcrew travelled well the last day, is liable though, and like the lads call him the stupid horse. He's liable to do that now. I love Samcrew, but he's liable. He did it over hurdles in the champion hurdle at Punchestown there a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And he did it again the last day. He didn't even make that much of a mistake. His legs just didn't come out under him. And now it can happen to a horse.
What do I do?
Yeah, maybe he'll learn from that. I really hope he does. But I think on form and the age of them, especially, and things like that, I'd take Samcrew to beat Faugheen. But again, this is another race like the Arena Fakidudery. I don't need to have a bet in this to enjoy it. I would bet numbers games. I would bet 5-2 each way for Faugheen if I got 3 places.
5-2.
Yeah.
What would you get back?
You would get back what?
Say you put
2.5 times divided by 5. You get a bit back anyway. If you keep doing that in these type of races over and over again, you'll make money.
It's fair enough. What do you think?
I'm coming around to the conclusion that you made that Samcrow's take. Right, I was watching some of his races this morning, and I think, or I give up last season, right? He definitely has an engine. He's not a 2-miler. He's 2-mile 4, 3-miler. Definitely has an engine. I think him and Fakir Dudery are 2 of the best novice chasers around. Youth on his side, a form. I think he'll beat Faugheen, but it just wouldn't surprise me if he ends up upside down again. Like, I'm not going to have a bet. I'm 100% not having a bet in this race, and I wouldn't be surprised if either of them fought.
I think Faugheen's more clever and it's at the learning.
I think the way you can ride Samcrew behind or at the front, he's a bit more. He can ride him a couple of different ways. I think Faugheen's going to go out from the front, and that's you catch me if you can. And I think Samcrew will win, but it wouldn't surprise me if he falls, it also wouldn't surprise me if Fahim falls.
I can't see Fahim falling. I think Fahim's too clever. He's not to learn.
He wasn't clever the last day.
He's not to learn. He done what he done over hurdles. He got into the end of him and tried to kick it out of the way.
Yeah, but he does that in another fence. He was not standing
But he
up again.
didn't.
He done it over hurdles loads of times.
Yeah,
He's
but-
just so much of a bull, he got away with it. If he does that to a
Like,
fence
he's-
again, he's going to fall.
He's going after me in school like Chase is going out of fashion. They're not going to send him over hurdles. What is he, 11, 10? He's going to be 11 next year. If they didn't think he was good enough to do it.
I also struggle to understand what kind of trip suits Fahim anymore, because he's over 3 miles over hurdles, then he's back to 2 mile 4, 2 mile. I don't know.
The thing is, he's that good. He can win over all of them. He's proven it. He's won a grade 1 over 2 miles. He's won a grade 1 over 3 miles.
I don't think he's trip versatile, and I think this will make him stay. And I'm telling you, I don't think Sam Crow wants to slog in heavy ground.
No.
I think this is
And
as
Limerick is gonna
far
be a
as
bog.
he wants to go in heavy ground. But yeah, look, again, I think none of us are having a bet here unless we're playing numbers games. And Sam Crow probably, but not at 4-6.
Sam Crow probably as well.
Fahim, definitely.
Good luck.
Thanks. Probably
Yeah.
a bet. Right, into Weatherby for Dave's race. This is Dave's fault. Dave wanted this race because he loves it.
I do.
The road
I
in
really
Limerick.
like this.
Can we just say, we've so many races to go through today. And last night, I'm there looking at it, and they've thrown in the Roland Merrick handicap race at Weatherby.
Right, Dave, take it away. All yours. I'm sitting back for this one.
Oh, I had this sussed last night, but they took the horse out. I was going.
See.
I was going for.
So we skip it then.
No. I have another one. I was going for Bellamy the Picton, but he's gone now.
Bellamy the fucking Picton, as I wrote down. Fucking thing.
I
I had this written down as well. I worked this out last night. I was
When-
like, he didn't run at the weekend. I've really fancied him. He was going here. I was like, oh well, he'll win, and he doesn't run today.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not running, because when they took him out Saturday, I thought he was definitely running here, and I was like, right, job done. But this is usually a slog. It's a tough old race to win. There's some decent horses have won it over the years, but I'm gonna go for Lakeview Lad.
This is one race I will not be having a bet in.
He's top weight. Right, it's going to be hard slog the whole way around, but like I've said before, he's top weight for a reason. A lot of these races, the top weights end up running well. He will stay all day. He ran well in the Grand National, I think, last
Can
year.
I ask you something?
Yes.
Does Venetia William have a horse in this?
She does.
Yeah, I'm backing it. Which one is it?
Didero Vallis.
12 to 1 certainty.
Yeah.
Well, I was going for Venetia's horse, Bellamy the Picton.
This one must be better.
And do you know, as bad as I am, I looked at Lakeview Lad and I can see a case made for him. And then I saw this down the bottom and I said, oh, Venetia Williams slug, we've got to talk about this race. I'm going to pick that one. So I picked that one as
There
well.
we go. 12 to 1 certainty for you lads.
It's not guaranteed to stay 3 miles, but it likes soft ground. It's got a 7-pound claimer on its back at 10 stone free. It's got no weight on it.
Ah, Jesus, what can this running?
Kick
Yeah,
on.
he's at the run in this race about 4 years in a row.
Can that forever?
Yeah,
are we
Lakeview
done?
Lad.
You like
yeah,
that?
We're
Lakeview
done with
Lad.
this, thanks be
Okay.
to Jesus. Oh, we'll come back for the next one because you're going to love this.
Me?
Yeah,
Why?
Welsh National.
What have you got for this?
No, I'm just saying we might need a bit more time.
Yeah.
Okay, come back at par 4 and we will go on to the Welsh National. Welcome back to par 4 and we're going to touch on Tom's favourite race for the next 4 days, the Welsh Grand National.
Is it?
Yeah, even after the certainty apparently.
Well, look, I think I was just saying, I think I put this up a couple of weeks ago, telling people to get on at a price. We got on Elegant Escape at 10 to 1. He's now 4 to 1 in a couple of places. He's as short as 3 to 1. I think everything about this race suits him. He ran a smashing race in the Ladbrokes Trophy. And I just think this is his perfect race. All the season, one race suits him. This is it. He's going to go very, very, very close.
Oh, he was certainty.
Yeah, he's
He's not going off him now.
I'm not going off him. Look, it's a competitive handicap chase. His problem is he doesn't win that often.
Is he certainty?
Will he win this?
He'll win this.
There you go.
There it is.
That's more like
I said it.
That's the confidence
It's
you want.
compared-
You don't need to be saying that, Nils.
It's competitive, right? But with Potter's Corner, who I really like, and it would be really good to see him win for Christian Williams, being a Welsh trainer and all that, be fantastic. He is 4th favourite for this race. Elegant Escape is in a different league to him.
It's true.
So, he's off 164, which sounds mental. But he showed he can run off a high mark. He ran off 160 in the Ladbrokes Trophy and just stayed on and stayed on and stayed on. This course suits him. Everything about this race suits him. And I think he's different class to these lads. Would I back him at 3-1? Probably not. But we told you to get on a few weeks ago. So hopefully
Answer that much you would.
No, there's a price for everything.
You would just put the wedding money on it.
Wedding money on it, yeah. No, there's a few quid. It'd pay for Christmas, put it that way, if you wins. You've seen the docket.
I did see the docket. It was nice. I can't believe
If he wins.
If he wins, yeah.
I can't believe I'm about to say this. Yala Enki, Brian Frost is on it.
Go B! Go B! Just see him. I might ring him off. If it's jumping the last has got a chance, I might ring him just to hear him shout.
I'm like, go on, Yella. He was third in this last year when trained by Venetia Williams. He was given elegant skate weight last year. He's getting a good 6-7 pounds off him this year. He's 10-1. He'll go on the ground. The ground's going to be absolutely bottomless there. He's solid each way, about 10-1. I can't see him being out of the top 3 at least. Now McGinty, he's the talk horse since he was second to Santini at Sandown, but you can take that form with a pinch of salt. So I think it's between the first and third of last year again.
I like that. Yeah, Lenky. I'd put him up as an each way shout in the Ladbrokes Trophy. Clearly needed the run that day.
100%.
Clearly needed the run. I think he'll go well in this as well.
Look, in fairness, Brian's alright in front runner. She just throws him into fences.
Jesus, she's not that bad. The problem with Bryony is the publicity she gets. Like, she finished third in that bloody horse, whatever it was. Was it Frodon? And she was like, oh, the sun was in its way. And like the winner got absolutely no coverage whatsoever. And it was like, oh, the sun hampered
Frodon was on the front page the day after.
Like, that's
what annoys me though.
That's what's wrong about Brian.
That gets me.
Brian's probably a lovely young one.
That gets me heat.
I've no problem, but yeah, that's what annoys me about that one. But yeah,
but I think Yalanki has a cracking chance in this. I think he's better than Potter's Corner. I think he's better than Trucker's Lodge. He should be second favourite
behind the winner.
Look, I'll back it each way. I'd gladly come behind.
I hope you do. I really hope you do.
I totally disagree with that.
Let's pretend that didn't happen.
Kate, if you're watching, it's probably about half an hour in.
I totally disagree with
that's why you got a dog.
With Tom that Bryony is an okay jockey. She's not. She can only ride from the front. That's simple and plain.
She's getting over Frankie lately.
Shots fired.
She can only ride from the front. If she's on her front runner, she gives it a good ride and she has a chance. So I'd agree with Andrew that Yalanki has a chance because he's a front runner and it's heavy ground and that's what he wants. Elegant Escape. I backed him last year when he won it. He has a favourite's chance. He's the best horse in the race.
You've got very diplomatic favourite chance.
No doubt about it. Well, he's the best horse in the race, no doubt about it. He's running the Gold Cups and the RSAs and all that kind of stuff. But the bookies are literally begging you to back him at 3-1. He's an absolute shocking price. For the weight he's carrying, how hard the race is to win, he's coming back trying to win it 2 years in a row. It's a shocking price.
I'm going to put it out there. He's going to go off 5-1.
Right? If you're getting 5-6-1, I'd be tempted to back him 3-1. He can stay in his box for all I care. The one that intrigues me is Captain Chaos, Dan Skelton and Harry Skelton. He's carrying 9-11.
Are you having a laugh?
9-11.
No Christmas dinner for Harry.
This is going to be literally no Christmas dinner, right? 9-11 he's carrying. I'm sure
he'll be running down to Chepstow.
Dan Skelton's very shrewd trainer at doing plot jobs. Now, I don't know if this is a plot job, but the fact he's carrying 9-11 and Harry's already declared and jocked up on him, he's 20-1. He ran well the last day against some okay chasers. It's just, if you take Elegant Escape out of it, it's much of a muchness. So I'm happy that 20-1 on him. And the fact that he's carrying 9-11 around 3 mile 6, he's nothing on his back. Like.
If you're not on Elegant Escape now and you want to back him, my best opinion would be to get on Betfair.
2 miles out.
In running. Put a bet on in running for him to trade at, if he goes off 3-1, put it in for him to trade at 5 or 6-1, and I think you'll get matched.
I think 2 miles into the race, he'll trade big enough.
West Approach will probably travel like the best horse in the race again and not win.
He's hard to win with that.
Yeah, he is very much so. But by God, does he travel into the race?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's very hard to win with. Right, Leopardstown Future Novices.
Future Novices Chase. I can't find a bet for this.
No,
So,
Future Novices Hurdle. That's
Hurdle,
probably why. Blue Sari. Envoy Allen isn't going to run. He's going to go to Nice in January.
Yeah.
Blue Sari against Abracadabras. What a race this is going to be, lads.
Blue Sari.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Dave?
You don't even ask me.
Blue Sari.
I'm all over
staying.
Blue Sari
Blue Sari.
since last year.
Was he 94?
I don't know. He was a bigger price earlier, but again, got to see how many run
There
in
we
this.
go. 11 to 4.
Yeah,
That's probably
if you're
different.
getting if there's gonna be more than 8 runners, if there's 8 or more runners, and you're getting 11 to 4 or 5 to 2 on Blue Sari, have the feckin' lot on each way
to win.
I am full sure.
Abracadabras 8-11 on. That's ridiculous.
Blue Sari's getting £3 as well.
I love Abracadabras and I love the way he travelled, but Blue Sari was the one to get closest to Envoy Allen last season.
Yeah.
And as we spoke about before, I just think he hadn't had as many runs as Envoy
still a
Allen.
big baby.
And he was still a big baby. He came there to win it, and Envoy just got outstayed by Envoy Allen. I'd be a fan of his here. I think right off his last run, the form of that, Willie's horses were there in and out. They're running a lot more consistently now.
He's going to be cherry ripe for this, and he is going to Bolton.
Fair enough. I wouldn't be that confident, but I think it'd be a very, very good race between the two.
I think Blue Sari is.
It's going to be.
He's the best hurdler that McManus has, juvenile or first season hurdler. He's had 3 runs in his life. He won the first day in Gorn and just looked unreal.
I was up there.
Was bought by JP McManus, and I was full sure he was going to win the champion bumper. Full sure. He's totally not streetwise. He hung in behind Envoy Allen, came out to win, hung back in again. Barry Gary, he fell off him.
He wouldn't have went past him anyway.
Envoy Allen's very good. We've seen that anyway, right? So they're two very good bumper horses.
They're the top of the
hurdlers.
crop, and if you take that form literally, Blue Sari should be favourite. Abracadabras is favourite on the back of Envoy second.
Yeah, let's not forget that Blue Sari beat Abracadabras in the champion bumper.
Yeah.
Blue Sari is a bigger price because of his first run of this season, but
He's going to come on miles for it.
I think he will.
Let's be Blue Sari, Abracadabras, and the Bannakill Rebel. First of all,
I'd see Blue Sari now just on the bridle coming over the last.
Yeah.
I'd nearly back him for the Supreme rather than backing him for this, because I think if he wins this, he's going to come in a lot for the Supreme.
I put
Back
him
to win this and the Supreme.
up for the Neptune.
This could be another classical dream job.
I put him up for the Neptune, and I think if he wins this really well, he'll go for Supreme now.
Yeah. I'm all over it. I think that's the bet of... What day is that on? 27th?
27th.
Friday. The bet of Friday, that is.
I agree. Lostintranslation is the bet of Thursday. This is the bet of Friday.
Yeah.
If I can get 5 to 2 each, if I can get 5 to 2 and there's 8 runners, then he's my
just
bet.
back
for
into
Friday,
it.
so.
Come on. Come on now.
We know you've a wedding and everything.
I
but
like-
it's
20 euros on the nose.
I like protecting my betting bank, so that's why.
Dave doesn't.
Right.
Paddy's Reward Club Chase.
Time.
Sorry. Back in part 4, and we go through the Paddy Rewards Chase where...
Part 5?
Part 5, whatever, it doesn't matter, we're going to winners. Come back. Right, so we get straight into the Paddy Rewards Club Chase. So we have the Champion Chase winner of 2020, Shashan Poussois, Silas Emery, Hardline, Aplu Tom, and Footpad.
I was going to say, if you were going to call him the Champion Chase winner of 2020, you've got to say that we've got the Ryanair winner of 2020 in here as well. He's still 16-1.
Footpad's fair
Gavin
price.
Lynch put him up on the Racing Post up in the anti-show.
And?
Which I'm out in this now because I had enough of this. I got accused of copying them because I put up Paisley Park. I put up Paisley Park because he was a bigger price with bookies than he was with Betfair. Like, that's just common sense.
I was getting so angry.
I was
Why, Tom?
Really,
this guy's
I like this, Tom.
really feeling this.
You've copied them.
I told you last week, the
I
more
didn't.
time you spend with the two of us, the
slowly-
more
you're slowly becoming
you're
like us.
slowly becoming us.
You go back to this time last year in the video, Tom was very calm and relaxed.
Do you
He
drink
was like a
Guinness?
demon.
You drink pints of Guinness?
Yeah.
You're going to keep,
But Makes you angry, does it?
Well,
No, I'm just saying it's
welcome to the dark side.
slowly becoming Andrew and Dave.
Yeah. Then I put up a Plutard. Oh well, I put up a Plutard a long time ago, and then they put up a Plutard at 16s for the Ryanair. He's a cracking bet for that at 16s. Fantastic bet. It's the only race he's going to run in. He's a Cheltenham Festival winner. Fills in all the stats for it all over him. He's going to run a nice race in this. He's going to run on to finish second or third behind Shakun, who is, if he stays in one piece, is my idea of the Champion Chase winner. That's how this race works out. Silas Emery won't run.
No.
He ran in Cork. And Hardline is a very good horse. Tends to find one, maybe two good. Had quite a hard race, I think, in the John Durkin. Possibly may not run here. Footpad goes for the King George. And then you're on to Cadmium and Simply Ned. Simply Ned, we all know about him. Fantastic record.
Second here.
I don't know if he'll finish second. He's getting old now, but he's 6 runs at Leopardstown, never out of the first 3, and he's won twice. He was only beaten 6 lengths by Deffy Desai at Cheltenham last time. Yeah, look, you could back him each way. But for me, at these prices right now, a Plutard only has 1 entry over Christmas, and this is it. He'll stay on and around Leopardstown. I think Shakun will probably beat him over this trip. But 12-1 in a race where the second favourites, I would be very surprised if he ran, and Hardline may not run either. 12-1, get on each way. Go on, agree with me. Agree with me, please.
Wait till you hear this. All right? And this, it's vital now. It's vital for everybody watching this.
How many Close Brothers winners have gone on to win at Leopardstown?
No. There has to be more than 10 runners. And I mean has to be. If there's any more, if there's any less than 10 runners, if there's 9, there's 8, there's 7, don't back it. But if there's 10 runners or more, back at Pluton each way.
Woohoo! Get in.
All right?
Will I dampen your parade?
Right?
Will I dampen your parade?
Shacking.
Jump in. Come on.
He's not running.
Come to the dark side. A Plutard.
He's not running.
Feck off.
Don't do this to us now.
Why?
I'm only messing.
Right? Shacking is the one that should win this, right? He should jump around and win this fairly easily. However,
Here we go.
Min should have won this last year. No, Footpad should have won this last year. Min also should have won this the year before, right? Tom already said that Leopardstown is a bit of a slog up the final hill there. It doesn't really look like a hill on screen, but when you're up at Leopardstown, it's fairly steep. The 2-mile chases on this end up being won by real slog stayers. Simply Ned has won it twice. He beat Min, he beat Footpad. Out of nowhere. This is what I was saying about a strange result will come over Christmas. I think this might be the one. And I'm going for Apple Tom because he stays...
Don't come up to my house.
He stays...
No, Boxing Day, stay home.
He stays 2 mile 4.
Can't cut this out.
Right? Stays 2 mile 4. And I think this is the one where a really strong favourite's going to get bet. And I just can't back. I can't put up Simply Nate.
Match bet.
No, I'm not that confident.
Oh, well, no, not with a 4.
Yeah.
Not with a 4-7 shot and a 12
Not that confident. But if you have enough runners in the race, there has to be 10 or more runners, and you get 12-1 about Absolute Tom. It is a way better bet than backing odds on Shaq and Poursois. Way better bet.
I have a better one for you. Match bet.
No. What match bet did we do already?
No idea.
I have to watch this
Watch
back.
it back. We really need to write.
I'm totally against Absolute Tom for the
In
Ryanair, right?
fairness, I could see Plutar finishing 4th.
My fear here is that he goes and bloody wins, and they're like, "Oh my god, he's running so well. He's beat Shackman. Let's go for the champion chase."
You know what happens?
Oh, that happens.
Henry, hold up now.
I'm taking a trip out to Knockeen with a few stats.
No, if you laid out all the certainties over Christmas, one of them will get bet, maybe 2. This is the one I think could be a fly in the ointment. It's happened the last 2 years in a row.
Shakan could be a complete freak, though. He reminds me a lot of Duvan.
Absolutely, yeah.
He could go and win this and win the champion chase. He's obviously very, very fragile. I don't know. But just at the prices, 12-1 is a huge
It
price.
happens. I'd say people lost their houses on Footpad last year.
Yeah. Footpad looked a certainty in this last year.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be my kind of bet, like, but
Yeah. You can just see
Tom-
a Plutar to be staying.
we've slated Tom all year, Apple Tom, right?
He
But
should place at least.
he should finish. he finished second or third in every race. He only wins the ones where there's loads of horses that he can pass.
He only wins
Well,
lots
look.
of Cheltenham, lads.
He'll finish place in this, and he'll finish 4th or 5th in it right now, staying on at the finish.
Like you have to, what will be a fifth of the price, 12 to 1. So you probably have to say 5 to 2. You're getting for him to place. He'll surely place.
He will.
He will play.
Well, Tom, I have every faith in place.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. See? Got you, lads. Yes. Come on, a Plutard.
Absolute Tom.
Tom, let's get that right. I want to put in a request to raise the post just for one day to change it to Absolute Tom in the paper.
Christmas hurdle, come on, because we're gonna
sorry.
agree on this, I imagine. Well, to some extent.
Right, come on.
Well, it all revolves around Benny the Jew and her fitness. In fairness, this horse, I wasn't on the bandwagon. I'm still not 100% on the bandwagon. I don't love her that much.
Who?
Benny, but she's gone well for when fresh before. And in fairness to her, every time she stood up, apart from falling at last at Cheltenham where she would have won, she's won in the UK and Ireland. So I think it all revolves around her. Bacardi's is probably the each way bet if there's 8 runners again. Penhill will surely come on for his first run, but he's got to take a massive step forward. And just a shout out to a horse who was nice to see coming back is a horse called Sutton Place. He's been off for 692 days. Trained by Gordon Elliott. He beat Kemboy over fences in January 2018. And then he pulled up and he hasn't been seen since. Lovely to see him back if he runs. He's a lovely horse. That's all I've got.
Benny wins. She's fished. As you said, Penhill should come on for the run and step up and trip will suit more. And I would lay the living bollocks out of Applejade. I'd give you whatever price you fucking want it.
I love my 3 mile hurlers and I love Benny the most. I'm hurting a little bit since Saturday because I thought Lammy Surge was going to win. And he's just
Did you see
an
that?
absolute lunatic.
Lammy
And
Surge,
it's-
little Lammy Surge.
it's-
I text you and I text him and I said, I shit myself. I laid Lammy Surge. I shit myself more than Lammy shit himself.
When Paisley Park got taken out of the race and he was 6-4 favourite, I was like, no. When he went out to 3-1, I was like, yes. And he just gave the race away. But this one's going to make me feel better because Benny is going to win this.
I still haven't forgiven her for chanting.
Oh, I forgave her long
And
ago.
even said it coming down the hill, she's going to 4. Said it didn't come down the hill, she's going to 4.
If she's fit, she's definitely the most likely winner of this. Yeah. Bacardi's always runs a solid race. He was put in his place by Honeysuckle, but she could be very, very good. I'd love to see Honeysuckle and Benny the Jew turn up against each other in the mares.
champion.
I think the 2 of them in the mares would make that a proper race.
Yeah, it'd be a good race.
Yeah.
Look, Willie Mullins is a master with mares. It doesn't worry me or she doesn't need. I nearly choked. I'm so excited about Benny the Jew.
He nearly choked. He just tipped a Plutard.
Shit, what did I just do?
It's registering with me now. Willie's just produces mares for 1 or 2 races a year. I don't know about Covega, Any Power, Benny. And they never need a run. They win on the bridle, on the snaff. There's another plot job. This is the best bet of Saturday.
Penny did use a plot job, for fuck's sake.
She would know what I mean.
Gone under the radar, that one.
She would really know what I mean. She won't run. She'd probably run here.
ran
And
very well
That's
at
it.
Cheltenham
like.
last year.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Here, maybe Punchestown, but she. You didn't get me lunch. I'm still an idle.
I invited you to lunch. Did I or did I not?
You didn't tell me you were going drinking.
This is
We had a
this
point.
is gonna go on for a while, lads.
Jesus Christ.
To wrap it up.
Right, come back in. I don't even know what
I
power
think we're on 6 now.
6
I think we're
parts.
gonna have to do a little tally down here.
Yeah, I think we're 1, 2.
I think it's 6. You said it was 5 the last time, so surely 6. now.
Yeah, I think it's 6.
Come back
It
to
could
the
have been
second
4.
last part
Could have been
where
4.
we're going to go to the Savills. Will you shut up? I'm trying to do an outro.
Come on, Benny.
We're going on to the Savills Chase next. Now, straight into the Savills Chase where we're going to see Tom get a bit giddy once again. I think he had more than one drink down that Coyote.
Oh,
I had 0.
I'm
Thanks for
telling
reminding me.
you, I cannot wait for this.
So we have Kemboy, Roll to Respect, Delta Work, Album Photo, and some yoke called Presenting Percy's Run.
Some yak.
Some yoke.
I was just telling you, lads, we're looking at Odds Checker here. There's blue all over Odds Checker. It's all the money's for Presenting Percy. Kemboy obviously has a very good chance. First time out, though, we'll see. What the issue is with him is if Willie aimed him at this and said, right, he's going to start off at Christmas, I'm fine with that. I've no problem then. However, if Willie wanted him out before and the reason he couldn't run him, fuck are you doing?
I saw a car. Just shut up and keep talking about this absolute dope.
He's not happy today, is he? If Willie was aiming for earlier in the season and he couldn't run him and he had him ready and he couldn't run because of the syndicate issues, then I'm a bit iffy. Because you'd have had to let him down and bring him back.
He's ready.
How long? You can't keep a horse.
I thought you just love presenting Percy and you're just going to, you don't, why are you making excuses?
Kenboy's a good horse. I love Percy for the Gold Cup. And he was 20 to 1.
He's going to get
here as well. I think he'll win here.
There was a horse a little while back he did this about. It was Elegant Escape. I keep telling you, have the courage and convictions. Is Percy going to win or not?
Yeah.
There you go.
Stop making excuses.
Back him each way at 70.
Here we go. Fucking each way.
Fucking each way, fucking treble. 5-2, 5-2, 7-2.
Right, match bet.
Oh, lump on that.
You owe me too.
With
match
who?
bet. Kenboy.
Yeah.
Kenboy wins. You can go.
What Dave said.
That's fine. We're just going through this. You've got Kenboy, presented Percy, Road to Respect, Delta work. Presuming they all run. Album photo goes to Tremor on the 1st of January.
Playground of Champions.
Footpad goes to King George. Bells Hill is interesting, coming back, has run well here before and has gone well in Fresh before. I think Road to Respect will run a decent race. He's run well here before as well. But Percy for me, lads, different gravy.
What price is Kenboy there?
Kenboy, 2-1.
Oh, lovely.
Did you hear after his run when he came third, they were all like shaking hands and everything, his connections in the parade. They were delighted with themselves.
No, they were like, enjoyed the last season. I was going to have to try him after this.
Give up. He's a Gold Cup winner, lads. As I've got here at the top the mighty Percy, and then I've got at the bottom, I've got to stick with Percy just to remind myself and have the courage of.
Do you know what that means though? He has doubts about if he needs.
What price is he going to be for the Gold Cup when he wins this? 6-1.
He's not going to win this, so he'll be still at 12s.
Do you know the way Percy won the Pertemps hurdle at Cheltenham?
Pertemps.
Do you know who also won that? And they were full sure he was a Gold Cup horse as well. Cape Tribulation.
What a yak!
It's a yak's race. The best horse in this race is Kenboy. His form beating Album Photo at Punchtown last year is streets ahead of Atten in the race. 2-1. Must be a joke.
I like Kenboy.
He's an even money shot.
I like
How's he
Kenboy and I
2-1?
won't knock him, but I'm sticking with Percy.
If you had seen him this season, his odds on are even money shot. 2-1. Come on now.
Woo! Free money! Woo!
Get it.
I'm all over Kenboy. He's a flat track bully. He's going to go from the front and he's going to go, see you later, Percy. Enjoy your 4th place money.
I'm going to have to write all these match bets down because I'm going to be up a good few points now.
Right. On to the Neville Hotel Novice Chase.
Good race this as well.
Oh, this is bet of the week.
If they all turn up.
It's bet of the week.
Jesus.
Oh, I know. I'd say I know who you're going to be.
You can say what you want because it's trained by Henry. This thing will spit these out. Minella Indo.
Wow.
This thing is
match.
What did you say a few minutes ago? Different gravy. This yoke is different gravy.
Battle over the Iron, lads. I'm telling you.
Stop now.
He is a proper horse. Looked a lovely horse last year.
There's another stupid horse here.
Why?
Tick.
Where's this stupid horse?
He's just tick.
His race was over at Cheltenham after
thinks
one hurdle. He's looked very good now this year. I really like this horse. All over him.
National Hunt winners running in this.
Carefully selected.
Oh yeah, 2 actually.
Carefully selected's got a hell of a chance in possibly this, but definitely the National Hunt Chase.
Himself and Champagne Classic will run the 4 miler.
They're both 4 miler written all over.
He's not run though.
Isn't he?
No, Gordon said this morning he's not run.
Oh.
Who?
Champagne Class is not run.
I'll get on to that 11-2 if carefully selected be placed.
Yeah, you'd have to see how many runs. So match bet, Battle over Diane and
Indo. All day week.
Lovely. I'm gonna start writing these down.
I'm getting in on this too.
Indo.
With who?
With you? I'm going against you. I'm Minella Indo.
Oh, fine, Dave. No problem.
Happy Christmas, lads.
I'm all over this.
I'm shocked at you now.
Battle over Diane wins Mickey Mouse races. Came to Cheltenham in the Neptune, smashed, fell apart, started crying, gave up, pulled up, wins a Yaks race around Galway, another terrible
Galway.
race. Galway.
Minella Indo is the Grade 1 horse. He's a double Grade 1 winner. He'd smashed these up.
Yep.
He had a lovely introduction
It was very introductory.
at Gorn. Rachel, great ride. She's going to give me a better one here. Out from the front, good luck to you.
I do a good bit of joking about Henry, which and all that, but
Monley won this race in
is
the same colour as 2 or 3 years
Come here,
ago.
I tell
This
you.
thing is poison horse Monley is.
yeah, Manley's a dope. He is a dope now. This is a
Manley's
good
tremendous.
horse. This is a good horse.
I like Minella Indo. I have nothing against him. I just like Battle Over Dying more.
Out in front now, like they did in the.
Oh, it's going to be...
If you're talking to him, out in front.
Out in front. When you're out
We don't want him
knocking,
behind now.
I remember Rachel.
chatting to him about a Plutarch, making sure if he wins.
This could be Henry's second Grade 1 at Christmas. Me.
Wait, who's going to win the other?
Apple Tom.
Stop now, will you? Minella Indo. All over this.
Minella Indo.
December hurdle.
December hurdle. Our classical dream. Please win it very nicely.
This is going to tell us a lot about the champion hurdle. He's got to get his season back on track here. I think he will. I would not be against him doing it. But if he doesn't and he gets beaten this, our champion hurdle 6-1 is down the Swanee.
Oh, you can double it.
5-4 with 888 bet. Again, it depends on runners. We're going to go for the each way accumulator.
Jeez, you're putting Course Sublime in,
The
aren't you?
bet in this is Course Sublime each way.
Why does he keep doing this?
I don't know.
Each way 5-2.
You
3-1. No, I'm telling you, like,
What strength is that Tiger bet?
Oh, it's fucking gone to my head.
Okay, I'll tell you this, right? I'll do something with you. Open up a betting account with any bookmaker
And it'll be shut down
and
the second you do it.
back the 4 of those each way. If there's
Oh
3
my
runners
God.
in each of these races,
I just
and
see
your-
what he has on his.
and your account will be shut down by Saturday night. I guarantee you. They do not want those type of bets because that's how you'll make money.
I see what he had. Do you see it?
Fuck are you looking at now?
Oh my god.
It's a typical Tom Horse.
The worst thing is I don't even know what they're
The
laughing
head's
at.
gone.
That's a
The
typical
head's
Tom
gone now.
Horse. And then me, typical Lad
What?
Horse.
The one in bold?
Oh,
Yeah, that one.
God, it's a typical Tom
Lads.
Horse.
He was running a month ago.
And he didn't run.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on Classical Dream with this. We need to get this quickly.
This is another Barron town, isn't it?
Why are you on this? Classical Dream? Oh no, you're on Course Sublime each
Curse
way.
Sublime each way. I think Classical Dream will win. I hope he wins. But Curse Sublime looks like he's improved. Gordon said he's improved. He's filled out. The form of the 4-year-olds is looking good. Yeah, I like him. Each way 3-1. Cracking bet, lads.
Look,
Sorry.
every year Willie Mullins' horses, the superstars he has, they run one bad race. Generally, they lose one race a year. He lost it. He'll be back. He'll win. Easy.
Nice. Yeah, Classical Dream for me.
We'll come back to the naps then.
Okay.
Yes, come back for the
Right,
naps.
come back to the final part where we'll come back for our Christmas naps.
Wait till you get Tom's
Oh,
on.
just come back. Just come back.
Bolts in, lads.
Right, let's get straight on to the naps and next best. I need to sit down for this while I'm sitting down. All right, sit back. Take it away, Tom.
Me.
Yeah.
Okay, so my nap of Christmas is... Now, this horse has 2 entries. I put him up on the pod a few weeks ago. He didn't run. He got pulled out as a non-runner that day because he was coughing. It was on the 29th of November, I think.
Coffee.
Coughing.
I'm coffee.
Coughing. This horse is entered, very interesting, a 0-116 at Leopardstown. He's number 4 in the ballot for that, so he should get in. He's off 107. That's on the 28th of December. He's also entered on the 29th of December at Limerick. He's trained by Charles Burns. He's owned by JP McManus. I have not a Scooby-Doo on how you say his name. We'll give it a go. Parc Ngail.
Yeah, there you go.
That it?
It's Parc Ngail. You don't
Parc?
pronounce the end. It's Parc Ngail.
Parc Ngail. So you don't pronounce the middle bit.
No, you pronounce Parc
Ngail.
Ngail. You don't pronounce the
Ngail.
N in front of the G.
Okay.
It's Irish.
Just have a little Irish lesson
If
while
half
we're...
you haven't knows Tom is English.
We're in. Not really. And I moved over at the right time, so I didn't have to do Irish in school.
You did it the week.
Parc Ngail. Parc Ngail. 2 entries, as I said, the 28th and the 29th. Trained by Charles Burns, owned by JP McManus. Go back and watch some of his races. Wherever this lad runs, he will win.
Why is that, Tom? What did he do to the horse?
He had some nice educational runs.
Introductory
runs over hurdles.
Introductory hurdles.
He's by Yates out of Solarina.
I'm by Andy.
Rated 100.
Good breeding in you, mate.
Rated 107.
Who are you out of?
What?
Who are you out of?
Cool, man.
Oh, I can't believe this.
Oh, lads. This wins, lads. I'm telling you, this is a pot drop. Wherever it turns up, it'll win.
That means it's not going to win.
Bet.
Also...
Flash bet, whatever it runs in against the field.
Well, no, because it'll be
You
a
just said
price.
it's a pot job,
You said it's a flat job.
No, but that's a bad bet because it'll be a price. Why would I do that?
How is it a bad bet?
It's a bad bet.
If it's a pot job, it's definitely going to win.
Because you get the field and I get this lad.
See, courage and convictions again,
The
Tom.
field against him is going to be about 1-6 and he's going to be about 5-1.
Yeah, but you said he's going to win. So it don't
I
matter.
think he will win.
He's a 1-6 shot.
I'm not going to have bad bets though. Every horse, if that horse opens up the night before 4-6, I'm not going to back it, am I?
Could have fooled me because you keep back and present first.
He is my nap. Come back to me for next best, Alan. I need to have a quick
Nap?
quick rethink.
You need an app.
Well, he's my nap. That lad wins wherever he goes.
Don't bring him for lunch anymore. Bring me.
I asked you.
Do you want me to go?
Come on, any naps, lads.
Like one
Lost
day.
in Translation is yours.
I'm going to go for a treble as an app.
Wow.
Lost in Translation.
Ooh.
Benny the Do.
Ooh.
Classical Dream.
Guarantee you one of them gets beat.
Benny.
Yeah, but I don't...
I like it though.
Yeah.
It's ballsy.
No, Benny's not going to get bit. Look, it's a treble. I'm going for it.
Yeah, you're right too. Mine is what Tom said. Lost in Translation from King George. Absolute steering job. Next best.
Oh, next best is a Plutard each way. You're just milking money there.
Oh.
He is a cow.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
My next best is Minella Indo.
Well, that would win. Yeah.
And Percy will.
And my next best is Ken Boy.
And neither will that.
Go on, the Ken Boy.
So there we go.
Right, so that's us done and dusted for this year. So
It's been a good year,
it's
hasn't
been
it?
a good year.
We were looking at our stats and stuff and how we've got on over the year, and it's completely turned around. Really, like we've done.
Last 2 months it's just got mental.
Yeah. So thanks for
I've
everyone.
had a
watching.
bad few weeks, lads. I have.
I
Put
hated
it
that.
out there.
We just keep the bald fella on for a bit of entertainment. So
Yeah, he's the argumentative one.
It's been a bad... It's this time of year, I just have a bad... Every time... And then Cheltenham comes around.
You're such a
wait until the flat's back and Frankie and John Goster are on form.
Oh, subscribers through the roof. You're such a pessimist though.
Why?
Yeah, you crap everything. You know, you don't think anything good is going to happen.
What are you on about?
We had this argument about looking this the other day.
It's not... I'm not a pessimist.
You
I said I'm
are.
on a bad run. That happens. Like.
But you go, oh, it's not working. Oh, I can't do this.
Yeah, I'll turn around. Like.
When you back the wrong horses, it happens.
Yeah, presenting Percy. Don't talk to me about Cag Sumer though that you backed here last week. You lost €80 and then another 70 and then some yakking.
Siobhan, there's a
Wolverhampton.
This was pre-engagement, so wedding fund was not available. No, wedding fund wasn't alive then.
Yeah.
I'm actually very surprised at you, Tom, because I thought your nap would be some absolute donkey running around.
I'm shocked presenting Percy's not your nap.
No, I thought it'd be some donkey running around Wolverhampton or something that was given an introductory ride, and there was a certainty.
That horse I put up as an eye catcher, by the way, for Dundalk last week. He ran at Dundalk in the maiden, Joseph O'Brien's
Didn't win,
horse.
did he?
No, he hasn't run yet. But the horse who was second that day was second again on Friday. Was about 4 or 5 lengths clear of the rest of the field, and he got beaten by a horse of Joseph O'Brien's that was having his second start. And I think that 2 of them are very nice horses, but the Joseph O'Brien horse that won the maiden at Dundalk on Friday is an aeroplane.
I literally fell asleep for 30 seconds there. Genuinely.
Well, we love Dundalk, lads.
I think we need to bring you to Dundalk. We need to do a podcast out of Dundalk.
We should go to Dundalk.
Do you know how far
crack.
Dundalk is away? Like,
And we stay overnight.
it takes like 3 hours to get up there.
There's a hotel there, I think.
Yeah, you could do bed
Pints
and
of Guinness?
breakfast and tickets.
We could
I
do
thought you were gonna say
live
pints of
things.
Guinness.
They do play
Bed and breakfast, I don't care.
Lads, we should do that.
do
Take
that.
a half day on a Friday and go up and do a live podcast.
Okay, you figure out which one suits you, and I'll do
Perfect. I'll wait until I have a
that.
certainty.
I can do that. Like.
I just,
You don't work Fridays,
I
so
don't.
you're definitely off.
Oh, so it's on me. Perfect. Okay,
We'll sounds.
we'll pick a day and we'll do that. That'd be good crack. Probably not January or February, but
Or March because Cheltenham's on. Or April because Punchstown on.
now
Maybe next year.
Yeah, we'll pick a date. We'll pick a date and we'll do it.
Right, that's us done now. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you again next year.